think a lot of people right now have varying feelings about Joe Rogan. A lot of people hate him. A lot of people love him, depending on which aisle of the political spectrum you lie. My issue or my contention is not so much as the political stuff. I know a lot of people might not believe that. It's more so the actual essence of the podcast and how much that's drastically changed. So when I first stumbled on it, like, Joe Rogan experience looked so different at the time. It was like, so at first it started with him and Brian Redband on one camera. It was like a webcam. It was horrible quality.
Yeah, how's the quality? Sound, video wise? Does it sound all right? Can you see us all right?
And it was just them talking. There was all kinds of like overlays of shit moving. It was ghetto as fuck. I didn't watch that too much. But the next iteration was the split screen era. And the split screen era was when him, Brian Redband, oftentimes another comic, like 95% of his guests were comics or MMA fighters. Why? Because at the time, that's the only people that Joe really had access to much. Even though he'd done Fear Factor, he wasn't the kind of person he is today where he has access to billionaires and everything in between. So it's just him and these guys. And I would listen to these conversations, and what was really entertaining for me is that in the sea of like commercial television, it was the first time that I was just seeing guys just talk about stuff and talk about it candidly. And it made me think of conversations I'd had with people at one point in my life, or conversations I wish I could have on a more regular basis. So for me, it was very insightful.
Yes, I agree with you. Abba, I used to watch Joe Rogan a lot because the old Joe Rogan was, the podcast was very insightful. It was funny. It was cool. But ever since he's got into politics so deeply, I got turned off. I really did, and it's not about a right or the left thing. It's just that, I miss the old Joe Rogan podcast. All right. So let me know what y'all think below. Do you still like Joe Rogan?